Hello, Bismarck Public Schools. My name is Jason Hornbacher, Superintendent of Bismarck Public Schools. For those of you that don't recognize me, I completely understand. It's Jason. This COVID-19 has caused a little problem for me. I've tried to eat my way through it, and so I've stacked on about 35 to 40 extra pounds since last year. So just a little larger version of myself than last year. I'm okay with it. I hope you are as well. But without further ado, it's Jason. Welcome back to the 2020-2021 school year. I wish you the best. I hope you have a great day and a great year. Last year, we met as a large group, and we talked about the importance of using our voice to make a positive impact with those that we work with, those that we serve in the community, and those around us. Last year, we wanted to ensure that we had safe students, safe teachers, and safe schools. This year brings about many, many, many changes, but the same objective is still in front of us. This year is about safe students, safe teachers, and safe schools, but on a whole nother level. Over the course of the last year, Bismarck Public Schools completed its strategic plan. This strategic plan included a new mission, a new vision, and most importantly, a set of values. Administrators and directors across the district have worked over the course of this summer to define commitments to these values. I feel there's no better place to start the work this year than to review the Bismarck Public Schools values as we begin to collectively tackle the task of reframing and redefining what education is for Bismarck Public Schools, this state, and our nation. If we choose to use the values of excellence, leadership, inclusion, and innovation each and every day, if we collectively carry the banner for our commitments, and we collectively win the day for students, their families, and this exceptional organization called Bismarck Public Schools, if we do this, then we can collectively be there for all of us, and we will have successfully defined what education looks like for 2020-21. Our task this year will start and end with relationships. Let me restate that. Our task this year will start and end with relationships. How will we build them? Once we build them, how will we sustain them? It will be our challenge this year to build relationships in the face of adversity and in the face of uncertainty. It is during this time where we must take and lean on each other, depend on each other, and be there for each other, and continually and resiliently teach and model the values that we have through the relationships that we're built. I wish all of you a fantastic year. Together, we will empower every learner to thrive. Please take great care of yourself, each other, and your loved ones. And just so you know, I'm working at shedding a few pounds. So if you don't notice or recognize me in the next couple months, it's because I've been working on dropping a few of these extra pounds I've stacked on. Just trying to be a healthy version of myself. Have yourself a great day and a great school year.
Hey everybody, Carl here. I am so glad to be greeting you. I sure wish I could be there in person. This is opening day is one of the favorite times of being a school board member because we get to see all of you in one place. Unfortunately, this year that isn't going to work out, but I really wanted to give you a great message to say thank you for everything you've done so far. We are in a challenging time. It's a tough time right now, but everybody is doing a fantastic job, and we are super proud of you. So on behalf of the board, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for what you're going to be doing. This year, like I said, is a challenge, and we're trying to do everything we can to give you all the tools you need to be successful. So keep up the hard work. We're right with you. Your administration is with you, and just keep the communication up. Keep safe. Keep doing the right things for this community, for these kids, and for our whole Bismarck Public Schools. Thank you, and good luck. Have a great year.
Welcome back. I hope you had a great summer. My name is Stacy Geiger, the Human Resource Manager with Bismarck Public Schools. I just wanted to take a minute to share a couple things with you before we start the new school year. As a reminder, our benefits year now is January through December. So open enrollments for benefits will take place in November. So please be sure to check your email for any information as far as open enrollment for any benefits that will be going out in November. The second thing I also wanted to share with you is currently we do have a EAP program with CHI. We have been offered an opportunity with a new EAP program called the Standard. Now with the Standard, this is offered to our employees an online chat option. They have email, they have a financial counseling, they also have legal counseling. Their website has tons of information as far as different videos, handouts, anything that might be helpful to your family. Now, you as an employee and each of your family members will receive 6 sessions per year. And you may ask, well, how do I access this information? If you go to the Bismarck Public Schools website and you go to the Human Resources tab, and under the Wellness is where you will find the link to the Standard program. So if you have a counselor that you are currently seeing in person here in Bismarck, when you contact the Standard, just let them know who the person is that you are currently seeing, and they may possibly be able to add that person to their network so you can continue seeing the same counselor, or if you have a family member that's seeing a counselor and you've built a relationship and you'd like to continue those services with them. So they do offer on-site counseling here as well. And so just let them know if you are seeing somebody already, or if you'd like to see somebody new, they will set you up with somebody here locally as well. The other thing I wanted to share with you is about the Family First Coronavirus Act. I know I did send out a PowerPoint video, but just as a reminder, as we start this new year, if you are quarantined or if you have to care for somebody at home, or if you're waiting test results, there is that emergency leave, which is 10 days of emergency leave that can be used that is not deducted from your own personal sick leave bank. If you are approved to telework from home by a supervisor, we ask that you still complete the paperwork in Unified Talent Records if you're using the emergency leave or not. This way we can help track, and also our school nurse coordinator, Kate, can go in and also make sure that we're following any quarantine regulations that we need to. And so I do please ask that you complete that paperwork. If you have any questions, please do feel free to call us here at Human Resources. We are here to help you. We'll answer the questions you have as best we can. So I wish you all a great year and take care.
2020 was the year that no one saw coming, and a time that is still hard to fathom. When the new year rings in, many people will look for a better chance, a fresh opportunity. Few times in history have so many felt displaced, isolated, and afraid. These concerns are coupled by a fear of what is still to come in this pandemic.
As educators, we find ourselves at the forefront of this uncertainty. When our classroom doors closed in March, many assumed that only in a short while we would be back to a life filled with educating young minds and inspiring the world. Students felt torn from their normal life. It wasn't uncommon to hear even the most vocal complainers remark, "I wish we were back in school."
Communities poured out gratitude for public educators when many were forced to juggle 2 tasks simultaneously, manage a career and educate a child. Community parades were held, teachers and students only wanting a glimpse of those smiles that make our job worth it every day. Distance learning came and went, but no closure found us at the end of the year.
Now summer has come and gone. Every day, parents, teachers, and students look for signs that anything, something will be normal about these next few months. A time that is already stressful and exciting, motivating and daunting, is now plagued with more questions than answers. While the task before us is beyond challenging, and many feel weary and afraid, members in the Bismarck Education Association know that this is our hour.
Our hope to see smiles, to hear laughter, and to witness those imaginative moments in our learning environment is what will drive us forward. The desire will be driven by the fact that teachers have an uncanny ability to be flexible. When the world shut down and society said that we needed to teach hundreds of children, we did it. We asked no questions. We brought complicated synthesis, long hours behind a computer screen, and incessant phone calls to ensure that students were provided an education in the most feasible capacity.
We're champions during the spring. Champions we were. Champions we still are. And champions we always will be. For we know that without champions in a child's life, our future is grim. Our adaptability and creativity will make the 2020-2021 school year life-changing for thousands of lives.
Flexibility is not our only superpower as educators. Unity will be the glue that holds learning together this year. With open hearts, minds, and doors, no social distance nor face covering can stop the magic of our synergy nor the passion of our collective effort. We are teachers, counselors, paraprofessionals, custodians, bus drivers, all school staff members. We all have a place in changing the lives that pass through our school doors. But this only happens when we work together and discover solution-oriented approaches to meet our students' needs.
We are a whole team, and it only works when each member of the team works together. Unity as a community, participation as active members of the Bismarck Education Association, and the desire to help one another will move our city, community, state, and nation forward. As the BEA, we believe that our best days still reside in the future, but those days are only realized when we work together, support one another, and cheer at every mile mark.
An uncertain year then commences with an invitation. It's an invitation to all and demands two things: flexibility and unity. As the Bismarck Education Association, we invite you to partner with us in renewing or becoming members of our dedicated association. We ask this not because we have anything to fear, only because we realize the power of more team players that can provide flexibility and a collective effort that rivals the might of even the strongest army. We realize that our district is composed of some of the finest educators in all of the world that stand up each year ready to educate and inspire.
It is imperative that you join in our efforts and accept this invitation, for we face an enemy with enormous strength. Our enemy is not a virus. It is not a visible or tangible threat. Our enemy is fear and pessimism. The enemy is retreat, worry, and isolation. We must stand together to face this fear, to fight for the future of our children, and to unite in providing high-quality education for every student who walks through the door. Nothing about our year will be easy, but together it is completely possible. We know this because enemies have been beat time and time again.
When Winston Churchill described to the British people the weight of the prospective Battle of Britain over the scratchy radio waves from a basement bunker in 1940, he knew that the people he worked with, and more importantly, each person in Great Britain, had a role in defending liberty and thwarting an enemy of enormity. He said it best, and we find it applicable today to announce his call of action because we believe in that same power 80 years later. that at the end, and in the history books, people will say, this was their finest hour. If you believe in the words of our message, please join our BEA family. Let's adapt with flexibility and communicate with unity. If we can do this, together we can do anything.